This is just a real quick video of breaking down the 16 to 8, what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to not to eat for 16 hours, and then we can eat for 8 hours. I'll explain it. The video before this one explained it how, but okay, here's a clock. Okay, let's just start with, let's say your last meal of the day is going to be 6 o'clock. Whenever you start, now this is going to take a couple of days to kick in, but day one, we're going to try to eat controlled. We're going to restart. Let's say, okay, I'm going to start this program tomorrow. I want your last meal to be at 6 o'clock. You're going to go from 6 o'clock. This is just an example. It's how you can reach the 16-hour mark. From 6 o'clock at p.m., you might go to sleep at 9 or 10. But no snacks. Remember, no snacks. So it doesn't start from the time you go to sleep. It starts from the last bite you take of food. When you start chewing your food, I want you to really chew your food more than how you used to do. That way it's broken down and your body breaks it down more easier. Okay, so your last meal is at 6. Let's just say you go to bed at 10. That's okay. The time starts at 6 o'clock. So let's say you wake up at 6 in the morning. That's 12 hours. All right? So you wake up at 6 in the morning, you got 12 hours. 13, 14, 15, 16. So 10 in the morning is our magic when we want your first meal. Because that's the 16-hour mark. Like I explained but please listen to my other videos and you'll get what I'm talking about when I'm explaining this. Now, when you have your first meal, I want you can have a baked large salad. I want you to break down 5 egg whites. If you don't know how to separate the eggs, you can boil them and then just eat the white part. That's about per egg. There's 6 grams of protein, so that you're getting 30 grams of protein. You have to get a lot of protein, guys. Okay, I want you to add bacon bits. The bacon doesn't instigate insulin, and all it does is going to help you not be hungry for the next meal. So at the 16-hour mark, we're eating, so that's going to spike insulin. The insulin is going to start going up right here. Because during that 16 hours, from 6 p.m., that's when this body starts burning, not doing insulin. So when you get hungry, it starts eating itself like I was explaining, okay? So when you eat this big first meal, it's going to start. So we're going to have 8 hours. So when we first start this program, you're going to have 16-8. It's going to just call it the 16-8 meal plan. Okay, from 10 o'clock, 8 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 o'clock at night. So your last meal is going to be at 6. Now, eventually it's going to get where you can only eat 2 meals. But since for the first week, we're going to eat your first meal at 10. Your second meal is going to be at 2 o'clock. You're going to wait 4 hours. Second meal at 2 o'clock. I got here, you can have a small meal, the 170 calorie TV dinners I was telling you about, or you can have a salad. Just something, small, petite, not nothing big. That's why I said those 170 calories, 19 grams of protein, that's perfect. Okay, then your last meal is going to be another 4 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. I put down here, you can add all the salad you want. I want you to buy the good olive oil. Olive oil is good for you. Put 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there. And then put 1 tablespoon of whatever dressing you want. And then I want you to have chicken. Any kind of chicken with skin, that's fine. If you can bake it, I prefer you bake chicken without the vegetable oil. Vegetable oil is not good for you. But get chicken in you. Turkey. Turkey's lean. We're going to stay away from the steaks and all that for right now until our body gets used to it. So let's just go with any kind of chicken, a huge salad, all you can eat. Okay? And then that's going to be the last meal. And then we start the cycle all over. This is 6 p.m., the last meal. Now, I work out twice a day. My gym closes at 9. But I go to the pool. The pool closes at 8:30. So I'll have that meal at 6. Let it digest an hour. And then I'll do a second workout at 7. And you come. Now, a lot of you might not have time based on your work schedule. But that 6 in the morning, when you get up, you're going to go work out between that 10 and 6. If you go to work at 8, look, you got to get at least a half hour in. Right when we wake up, we're going to stretch. This is the time to work out. depending on if you work. So you're going to work out in the morning, 6 a.m. Now, if you get up at 5, okay, your workout's done between 5 and 7. Okay? So this is just a basic outline now. We're going to do 16 hours and 8. From the time you last eat, if you can, a lot of people, I always say, start at 6 your last meal. Because if you eat your last meal at 4 or 5, we're not there yet. For this week, 2 weeks, you're going to let's go with 6. Because by 8 or 9, you're going to be hungry. When you get to 8 or 9 o'clock and you're hungry, look, drink water, drink green tea, black tea. You just don't want nothing artificial that can spike insulin, because then your sugar starts over. So, just drink. Believe me, once a couple days that this kicks in, you're going to stop. You're not going to feel hungry. Okay, wait, one thing I want to explain real quick. In the morning, before the first meal, you're going to get your scale. You're gonna take your weight after you work out and after you use the restroom for number 1 and number 2. So before that 10 o'clock, you're gonna go in the bathroom, just lock your door, give yourself privacy. You're gonna totally undress. Step on the scale. It's gonna give you a scale. Don't go with the first weight. Step off the scale. Now your second and third weight, whichever weight you get twice in a row, that's gonna be your weight for your calendar. Well, here's my calendar. See, I started last week. I was at 185. Now, my body, I have a quicker metabolism. So, today I weighed 177.2. Now, I work out twice a day, and it's a lot, so. But here's the basic, guys. And next, in the 2 weeks, we're going to go from eating at 10 to 6. At 10, we're going to bump it up. Where eventually you're going to eat I eat at 11 and 6. That's what I eat. Eventually we're going to bump to 2. But you think that you can't do it, but it's a lot of food. We got the salads, we got the whole TV dinner, we got the can of protein, and we got the bacon bits, which is going to help sustain us. Believe me, I'll help you guys. But for now, we're going to do the 16-8 times 2 weeks. Now look, real quick, when you weigh yourself, you're gonna start. It's gonna be like 220 this is just an example, 0.80. The next morning, if you do it properly, it's gonna be like 220.60, and that's when you know if you're proper. Now it might be for the first 2 days, it might be 0.80, but believe me, once you see this go down, then the next day it'll go to 220.20, and then by the 4th day, you'll be surprised. Some of y'all. It's going to actually go fast because of water weight. First 10 is going to be easy. And then it'll drop to 219.80. That's why you want a scale that has the decimals in it. And then, you're going to weigh yourself the next day. And it might be 219.40. See, when you lose weight, we're going to lose by the ounces. Okay? And trust me, you keep going for 30 days, believe me, you're going to be surprised. Just follow my plan. I did it. It works. We're controlling the sugar. All right, guys, this is Mr. David. Free advice. It works. Go back and look up my previous part 1, 2, and just work with me. I got you. If you like what you're listening to, and I'm not trying to get a fan base or nothing, but hey, if it's even one individual I see in the comments that I don't recognize, and you feel what I'm doing, hey, I'll keep going. All right, y'all. God bless.